How's it going, everyone? I hope you had a good weekend and welcome to week 3 of the course. Sorry for getting a little bit behind in posting the third lecture during last week's module. I'm trying to hand off the graphics class. I wasn't supposed to be teaching it and it's consuming a lot of my time. So hopefully, no excuses, I'll get better hopefully soon. So here's what I'd like you all to do for the week 3 checklist. So after you watch this video, take a look at the discussion board assignment that I posted. And it has an integrated video that's produced by Intel. And the goal is to allow you to review a lot of the content from lecture 1, which covered Intro to Computing to Engineer and had a little bit of computer architecture content in it. And it kind of reviews the content from homework 1 that you also just turned in. So complete that discussion board assignment. It's kind of something that you can do based upon content that we've already covered. After that, watch lecture 3, which I posted, which is an Intro to MATLAB part 2. Now, for full disclosure, these videos were recorded over the summer, so feel free to ignore any kind of references to time within them. After you've watched those, complete lab 1, and it's going to be an intro to vectors and matrices in MATLAB. Now, for full disclosure, I just made this lab a few minutes ago, so I went over a lot of the concepts again that are in Lecture 3, Part 2, because I think it's always good to hear things multiple times. But Lecture 3, Part 2, Intro to MATLAB Part 2, is a more comprehensive treatment than a lot of the things that I covered in lab. So if I were you, I would definitely watch Lecture 3 first, make some notes, kind of go through a lot of the different examples that I do in coding, and then try to watch the lab 1. And while you're watching it, you're going to say, oh, I've heard a lot of this stuff before. So probably better if you watch lecture 3 on one day, and then the next day, watch the videos in lab 1 and actually do the assignments. And I'll show you how that looks in a minute. In addition, I'm going to post another lab this week, lab 2, which is going to cover the basics of scripts and functions in MATLAB. It's going to be covering really the content from lecture 2, where those initial kind of structures for organizing commands within a software language, particularly in MATLAB, are defined. So here is how everything is laid out within the module this week. If you go to our week 3 module, you'll notice here is your discussion board link. The YouTube video that you need from Intel is integrated here. I think it's probably a decently long video, like 10 to 12 minutes, but it goes over a lot of concepts like Moore's Law, again, the idea of a bug, and so on. Just really, really interesting stuff. After you've completed that discussion board assignment, here is lecture 3. It's already up. I think there are 3 different modules within this. And again, apologies, these videos were recorded last summer, so any references to any kind of dates that don't make sense, that's where that's coming from. In addition, the lab for this week is posted, the first lab rather, is posted here. You have a PDF and a doc. If I were you, I would just open the Word document. I would watch each of these tutorial videos just to kind of go over that content from lecture 3 again, and then I would complete all of this. And I added some questions that kind of tie the lecture 3 content back to the lecture 1 content, particularly dealing things with like the IEEE standard for double precision floating point numbers, how many bits there are, how many different values that can encode, and so on. So I think it will be a very nice review for you. And then as I mentioned, I will post the second lab, which will have similar videos integrated within it. And I kind of wanted to make sure that I pointed out where those were. So just bear with me real quickly, and I'll get that open again, just in case you don't notice if you're trying to solve these very quickly. I know as a student, oftentimes you are. Each of these parts has a dedicated tutorial video to it. So this is like an 18-minute video, and then the other ones are shorter. Sorry for getting a little long-winded in the first one. So you have 1, 2, and 3 videos. So a video for each part. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions. If not, I will talk to you all soon.